Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. Previously, we kinda just went around and started dueling random people and got introduced to how this game is sort of gonna work. In between this one and the last episode, I went ahead and I just beat up all these random duelists here, and today we're gonna go ahead and get our first locator card. So we're gonna go up here into this creepy place. Ooh. Notice how there's a cemetery, ooh, but there's no one here, because we gotta actually duel these guys first. So you want to do this? You're sure of it? I'm gonna go ahead and take on this random punk here. I didn't really get anything great from the other guys, but I did notice a couple of other random things that I didn't mention last time. So given how this game, the rules are really weird, you can, for example, do a lot of sort of breaking the rules in that you can, for example, I can summon, let's say this card was Dark Hole, I can sacrifice my Frog Jam, activate Dark Hole, and then summon a monster. You can do ridiculous things like that, which I had completely forgotten about, but yeah, it's almost a completely different game, quite honestly, given all of the little nuances that like that, or I don't know if those are really nuances, but we got here Sky Angel who actually lets us draw a card, which is whatever, quite honestly. And then the other thing you also have to realize is you have a 5-card max in your hand, which probably doesn't sound like much, but given the way this game is working early on, there's a lot of cards that I can't summon because they're monsters, or rather not summon but use, so your hand gets up pretty full pretty quickly. But I did manage to do something really stupid. There was a I think like Dancing Elf, or like no, Queen's Double I think it was, and then like I attacked a bunch of times with 2 different monsters. Like she killed my one monster, then I attacked her with another one of my monsters, killed it off because of the type advantage, and then I sacrificed both my monsters in order to summon the last warrior, and then he also died to her. Because all 3 of those monsters that I used happen to be of all of the same attribute. So they ended up getting destroyed by this meaningless fucking level 2 or level 1 maybe even star monster with only 300 attack, which is fucking bananas when you go ahead and stop and think about it. Yeah, oh, maybe not Queen's Double. I forgot which one the card was, but once I'll see the card, I'll know what it is. But it was a really just random shitty fairy card that, doesn't really matter too much. How many life points do you got? You only have 1,000. Alright, well, take that. Alright, so that's going to give us more capacity and some more cash. And we're going to get Crass Clown, which is really a strong card because it has 1350 attack. Unfortunately, we're nearly half the duel level to actually use it. Lost. As you can see here, our duelist level right now is only at 87, so it's going to be a long time before we can actually use Crass Clown. Mr. Bones has the strongest deck around here, right? Challenge Mr. Bones in the cemetery pass here. With a little luck, he may be able to win. Okay, so can't do that guy. What about you? You're strong. Can I battle you? Go do it with someone else. Interesting. So I really only had to duel the one guy? Wow, I thought I had to duel at least all 3 of them. Alright, well, whatever. What do you want? I don't have I'm too tired to do any voices. If you don't want anything, you're in the way. Fine, let's duel. Yeah! You want to duel with me? I never turn down anyone's challenge. You look weak enough too. But on one condition, we duel for locator cards. Your locator card is as good as mine. Alright, kiddo. Let's go ahead and just ante up Monstrous Bird. Let's see what this guy's gonna have. He's probably gonna have a bunch of either Fiend or Shadow type monsters. So we're gonna go ahead and play this Fungi in defense mode. He's gonna start off with this fucking fat ass evil squirrel thing. So that's fine. Seems like it's gonna be the Fiend type, which is, if I remember anything correctly, is beaten up by the sort of light or dream type. Ooh, ow. So it shouldn't be too hard to get through this guy. This game in general really isn't that hard. Sure, it sort of picks up a little bit towards the end, but at the same time it picks up because of the fact that your level is so high that you should have a lot of good cards. There is a random area where the difficulty just kind of spikes a couple of times. You're just like, holy shit. But it's really not that big a deal. It's completely unlike the next game in the series. I say series even though they're not necessarily connected, but it's the next game that has the same sort of mechanics and cards and whatnot, and it plays pretty much exactly the same. Is Rifish, or I never know how to say it. Like, I'm always, every time I see the title, it's just like, yeah, that one. That's Refresh of Destruction or something of the sort. I don't. When I actually play the game, you guys can hear me suffer trying to mention that fucking god awful name. That one is way harder than this game, because the difficulty in there spikes drastically, and also duelist level and deck capacity, I believe you just get a lot more of it in general, just because it's so much easier to use a lot stronger cards than it is, for example, in this game. But speaking of stronger cards, fucking Bonez is just trash because he ain't got no damn strong cards, so he's dead. It's gonna increase our deck capacity by 30, which is pretty dope, and give us 500 domino, which is currency. And gonna give us Pumpkin, the King of Ghost. Nice. It's probably like his rarest card that we can get from him, and we can actually use it. A ghostly pumpkin with the ability to power up the player's armored zombie, dragon zombie, and clown zombie. So it only specifically powers up those 3 cards. Real useful. But hey, 1800 attack for 1 tribute isn't half bad in this part of the game. It's my loss. My ultimate ghost deck was laid to rest. Hey, we got 1 locator card, which you can see here. Man, look at that, too. Oh, man. This was a lot quicker than I thought it was. I really thought I was going to be able to duel one of the other guys out here. Maybe now they'll duel me? Nope. He wants to be a bitch ass. You want to be a bitch ass. You also want to be a bitch ass. Well, I know what it is that we can do after this. I don't really want to get into that now, but I guess we can sort of start that. It should be here. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna... I don't know if I start, if I'm gonna be forced into the sort of thing where I have to take them all on at once. Like, it'll force me to duel and proceed. So let's go ahead and see if maybe there's someone else I can duel. You! A duel with me? Well, okay, but I'm not very strong. That's perfect. I was just trying to fill up some time so I didn't upload a like 2-minute long video. You can actually start using Pumpkin, the King of the King of Ghost, as my anti card, because it's probably the most rarest that I have at this point. And I did try to use like a really shitty like 400 attack card to ante up, and then the game beforehand it sort of warned me and said like, oh, this is a low level anti card. Are you sure you want to use that? So it seems like there is some sort of variation in what you get, the sort of loot you get from based on what it is you ante up, which is nice because it makes sense. You shouldn't be getting fucking farming, you shouldn't be able to farm Kaiba for Blue Eyes while you're just, you know, putting up your Wandering Dooms or your Tingles or your fucking Swordsmans from a different land or foreign land. I forgot what this card's name is. Swordsman from a foreign land. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to just fucking ante that up and get a bunch of rare cards, which is fine. It's understandable. You also probably shouldn't be fucking beating up everybody so quickly. God damn it! I could have sworn this game was a little bit harder. No one's even put a dent in my life points. Ooh, Baron Sword. Baron of the Fiend Sword, I mean. I keep saying Baron Sword. Baron of the Fiend Sword. I use this guy a lot in, what's it called? Stairway to the Destined Duel. But I can't use him anytime soon. Oh well, I lost. But you're Yugi's friend, so it's no wonder you're strong. You can see here my fucking... Duelist level is actually up to 98, which isn't half bad. I will probably next episode, not next duel, I will probably go ahead and change up my deck a little bit, because I just want to level up a lot so I can make a substantial difference in my deck. I think we can, eventually, we can progress the map. We're not going to be able to... Ooh, hey, it's Jonochi. Jonochi! Hey, Phoenix. Hey, I did it, man. Did what? I wasted no time in getting my first locator card. How are things going for you, Phoenix? Hey, way to go. Bada bing. We only got it started, but hey, hang tight. That's cool. I don't know if I can duel him right now. Sure, I'll spar with you. Sweet. We'll end this off by destroying Joy Wheeler. He is going to summon Cyberstein, who is just a normal monster in this game. I don't have really anything to beat up Cyberstein, huh? Oh, I do have this. This has 1750. Alright. Good job, Abyss Flower. And he's just going to go face down card, which is probably what he's going to do for the rest of the duel now. Because in this game, Joy is notoriously bad. You also kind of take Joey's spot in the in some of the sort of story points. Not too many of them, but you do kind of fill in the gap. I won't mention where, which I guess is okay. I don't know if it's exactly the best way to do away with sort of one of the most key characters of the series, just for the sake of plot convenience. Not so much plot convenience, but just not willing to change up the story of the original source material, and kind of just using it almost verbatim. Because this game is entirely based off Battle City, and you go from the start of Battle City to the end of Battle City, and that's the end of this game. Which is, not bad. Like I said before, it's a nice change of pace compared to the previous games. Eternal Duelist Soul and Stairway to Destined Duel. It was kind of just me dueling random people, and there wasn't really too much story going on. I know... what's this thing called? Stairway to Destined Duel had some sort of story, because you had the duel pyramid, and there were some random, events that you can do, and I wouldn't even call that a, consistent story. There wasn't, really any sort of plot, aside from the fact that you were kind of in Battle City. But yeah. We're gonna get us a good amount of money, and a baby dragon, which isn't half bad. We'll actually be able to use that pretty soon, so thanks for that at the very least. Darn, I lost. Well, it's good it's only you. I better get rolling. Phoenix, the finals won't be this easy. See you later. Sweet, I didn't even know we can actually duel him there. Anyways, stay fresh.